Welcome to the 10 things that would make Zambia great. In this 9th video, I would like to share with you that potential which is not used is useless. I repeat, potential which is not used is useless. As simple as that. I have heard this narrative time and again that you see Zambia has potential. I believe you've heard this too. Zambia has potential. You see, we have 40% of the water bodies in Central and Southern Africa. We have a lot of water bodies. No, we have arable land. You see, we can do a lot of farming in Zambia. So Zambia has potential. We have rainfall. Zambia has potential. We have minerals. Zambia has potential. We say this, but let me remind you, that sentence of saying Zambia has potential, that sentence is useless. Why? Because potential in its state is useless. So just a little bit of science without getting into details. There is what is known as potential energy. Now, potential energy is stored energy. Stored energy is useless. It only makes sense when that potential energy is translated into electrical energy, kinetic energy, or whichever other form of energy. Only then do you get to utilize it. But when it remains potential, it is useless. And you need to realize that. So what am I driving to in this particular video? We need then to realize that we need to take advantage and utilize this potential if we are to succeed as a nation. Realizing that potential is useless, so we, as a people, we need to see how we can capitalize on our potential. Understanding simple things like, hey, we have peace in Zambia. How can we capitalize on that? It simply means that we can run businesses without worrying about war. That is potential that we are not tapping into. We need to realize that we are a landlocked country and we have a population of over, 300 million people. A market of 300 million surrounding us and within. So what can we do with that potential? We need to tap into that potential. So we have the potential, but potential is useless. It only makes sense if we take advantage of this potential. So these are the issues that we need then to begin discussing. These are the things that we need to then begin seeing how we can tap into this. The challenge that we seem to have is that we look at what we do not have and we forget to look at the potential that we have. And that is why when foreigners come in, Chinese come through, they know where to tap because they have seen the potential. We who stay here, who are the owners of the land, have lamentably failed to identify the potential. So if we are to succeed as a nation, we need to begin by realizing, acknowledging, and identifying what our potential is. We have so much potential as a nation. And as individuals, we have so much potential that we do not get to realize. So it is time that as a people, we began identifying opportunities within reach. What is it that I can take advantage of? What is it that I can do? Where is the potential lying? We need to be inquisitive. We need to, open our brains to begin looking at some of these things, looking at things that we can essentially take advantage of. I just thought of putting that to the fore, that we have so much potential, but potential in itself is useless. We need to see how we can tap into this potential. So it caused yourself and myself to then begin investing in identifying the potential that we have as a nation. I now know that there is Kasesele gold mine, but how are we tapping into that potential as a nation? There is so much that we can tap into, but we are a people that are so blinded in seeing the potential. We can just identify potential when someone has already tapped into that potential. We need to open our eyes and become deliberate about this narrative of searching for the potential that we have as a people. Maybe, just maybe, the world has been waiting for a time such as this, when you and I will be alive to change the narrative. Let us wake up, hold hands, and begin identifying, acknowledging, and tapping into the potential that we have. If we do that, our nation will be great, our continent will be great, and this world will be a better place. We can't continue being taken advantage of. This is the message from the radical entrepreneur, and the future is bright.